on. Misery is the concept that is brought by relationship with others. And it goes without saying, if you are only the existence in this world, there's nothing that generates the idea to establish yourself based on interpersonal relationship, because your existence is nothing more and nothing less. But your existence is only the standard of the world. So it can be also said in materials existing in this world, the concept of inferiority and superiority towards materials cannot be generated unless there's no comparing object. So we always conclude the establishment of our existence and the place to be by maintaining self-esteem generated by comparison to others. That is a kind of indicator to allow us to measure occupancy of the existence in a society where the same species gather. So the degree of sublime of our existence and the size of this existential reason is in proportion to the size of self-esteem. So existential reason is, putting it simply, social role in a society, Observing it from more universal aspect, the existential reason can be equal to the degree of influence given to a society by individuals. So over the issue of how much influence individual can give to a society, we compete and struggle for occupancy of existence with each other in a society in order to maintain our self-esteem. So the concept of loser and winner that concludes existential reason that protects self-esteem generates in our society. And constantly we are looking for our existential reason to maintain our self-esteem and establish our identity in a society. So this can be fundamentally traced back to the reason why we were born in this world. So we necessarily attach a certain meaning to our behaviors that we makes it appropriate for the role we play that concludes our existence. As it turned out, our existential reason and existence value satisfying self-esteem are largely influenced by the reason for the existence of others based on the criticism of inferiority and superiority. So our original existential reason is far away from the universal existential reason in which mostly self-esteem intervenes. So originally, we don't need to attach additional special meaning to an object to establish a certain relationship with it for the establishment of our existential reason, because relationship with an object or someone is quite natural thing that we shouldn't attach an additional certain meaning. So in short, individual existence should be neutral and impersonal. So relationship itself is neither more and less than our one-sided definition. So if we don't let the concept of relationship intervene in an object, we don't come up with the concept of self-esteem that tries to conclude the superiority and inferiority from the beginning. It is obvious. So we try to increase the existence value by defining the relationship with an object and attaching a certain meaning to an object that should be neutral originally without having a relationship with us. And we always try to find our existential reason to maintain our self-esteem established by relationship with others. So relationship is very important factor, very important concept for us to survive in our society, because our society is aggregation of individual relationship, and there is aspect that the relationship gives us identity that differentiates from others in a society. This can be one of the big backgrounds that we are always pursuing existential reason. And while we are pursuing existential reason, we are feeling our self-esteem by knowing how much influence we give to a society and competing the degree of influence given to a society with others. So needless to say, it is extremely difficult for us to completely cut off relationship that is related to our society as long as we live on the earth. So we at least have to learn what we are caught up in and what we are influenced by, which is far from true existence that should be neutral. So misery is brought by your unnecessary one-sided definition to the existence.